Net Zero and the Future Power Grid. Get your tickets now for our October 1st, 2024 event. Tickets and information at friendsofscience.org. Hi, I'm Michelle Sterling for Friends of Science Society, and I'd like to invite you to join us for a live in-person speaking event on October the 1st, 2024 at the Best Western Village Park Inn. It's just up on Crowchild Trail, pretty much across from McMahon Stadium. You can take the LRT or there's free parking on site. Tickets are $25 for non-members and $20 for members, and you can get them on our website. So this will be examining some of the issues related to the net zero future power grid, and we're going to have an expert speaker, Randy Stubbings, professional engineer, discuss the challenges and implications of the future power grid. Let's have a look at some of the information. Net Zero and the Future Power Grid, examining affordability, reliability, and net zero emissions. October 1st, 2024, 7 p.m., Best Western Village Park Inn in Calgary, presented by Randy Stubbings, professional engineer. Order your tickets at friendsofscience.org. What are the implications of net zero goals? For over a century, power system engineers were tasked with designing electrical grids to provide safe, reliable, and affordable electricity to consumers. In recent years, a new requirement has been added: zero emissions of carbon dioxide, known as net zero. To many, conventional power generation based on coal and natural gas must be replaced with non-emitting sources of power like wind and solar. Hydroelectric and nuclear generation are accepted by some, but rejected by others. There's no fuel costs for wind and solar, but there's lots of costs for wires. Today, wind and solar are often promoted not only as emissions-free sources of electricity, but also as the least expensive ones. Proponents claim that the intermittent nature of wind and solar generation can be dealt with using various forms of energy storage, particularly grid-scale batteries. Not only would achieving net zero require the replacement of a large fraction of our existing generation capacity, but it will also require large additions to it, along with massive investments in transmission and distribution wires. That's because achieving net zero would require the electrification of our transportation and building energy systems. Benefit from the expert insights. Randy Stubbings has more than 40 years' experience as a professional engineer in the Alberta electricity industry. He discusses the challenges of achieving all three legs of the reliability, affordability, net zero stool. If one leg is weak, the stool falls down. Randy also asked fundamental questions about what are we trying to accomplish as we struggle to be climate leaders in the race to net zero? What are the costs? What are the expected benefits? What are the pitfalls? Alberta's industrial future and your access to reliable, affordable electrical power rely on you being informed about net zero possibilities and pitfalls. So join us October 1st, 2024 at 7 p.m. at the Best Western Village Park Inn in Calgary, just across from McMahon Stadium. Presented by Randy Stubbings, professional engineer. There's free parking on site, or you can take the LRT. Tickets are $25 for non-members and $20 for members. And by the way, come early if you'd like to enjoy a drink or delicious food in the Best Western Lounge. So I hope to see you there. I'll be there. We'll also have a Q&A afterwards so that people can interact with our speaker and ask whatever questions come to mind after they've learned what he has to present to us. So I hope that you enjoy this event. We've tried to keep it affordable for everyone. There will be coffee, tea, and water served. And we should have a good evening with great information. I'm Michelle Sterling for Friends of Science Society. Hope to see you on October the 1st, 2024 at the Best Western Village Park Inn at 7 p.m. for Net Zero and the Future Power Grid.